Jack, touch. The tiny dog immediately leaned toward Julie's hand, relaxing the moment he recognized her scent. To anyone else, it looked like an ordinary moment. But that single word represented months of patience and trust. Jack was completely blind, and when Julie first adopted him, even the smallest household sound filled him with fear. No one could have imagined that this frightened little dog would one day become the happiest member of the family. Before meeting him, Julie had gone through eye surgery and spent 3 days barely able to see. During that time, she depended on everyone around her for even the simplest things. She remembers thinking, "I never realized how vulnerable losing your sight could make you." So when she saw a breeder dog who had gone blind, something inside her immediately connected. Looking at his photo, she quietly whispered, "I understand you." Most people saw extra work. Julie saw a dog who deserved someone willing to understand his world. She completed the adoption process and brought Jack home, knowing life would require patience. She wasn't trying to rescue a broken dog. She simply wanted to give him a chance to feel safe again.
You want a cookie?
The first few weeks were heartbreaking. Julie couldn't even shake out a t-shirt while folding laundry because the sudden snap of the fabric made Jack panic. Cabinet doors, pots clanging, or anything unexpected caused him to freeze or tremble. When you can't see, Julie says, every sound feels like it could be something dangerous. Jack always wanted to stay close to her. If Julie sat on the couch, he'd lean against her leg. If she cooked dinner, he'd quietly rest against her foot. If she walked into another room, he'd slowly follow behind. It wasn't because he was needy. Touch was the only way he knew he wasn't alone, and Julie became his safe place. Blind dogs don't memorize a house by looking at it. They memorize every step, every turn, every smell, and every piece of furniture. Once Jack learned Julie's home, he rarely bumped into anything. The biggest surprise came when she took him to her mom's house. After visiting only once, they returned an entire year later, and Jack walked through every room without hitting a single object. His memory amazed everyone.
Jack, front door. Come to the front door, Jack. Come on. Come.
Julie quickly realized she couldn't simply reach down and pet him. Without warning, he'd startle because he couldn't see her hand coming. So before touching him, she always said, "Jack, touch." Then she'd gently place her hand on him. Over time, that simple word became one of the most important parts of his daily life.
Hi, Jack. Touch. Touch. Good boy.
Everyday sounds slowly received names too. Before using the refrigerator's ice machine, Julie would calmly say, "Jack, ice." The noise no longer surprised him because he knew exactly what was coming. She also taught him another word that became just as important, careful. Whenever Jack heard it, he'd instantly stop walking and wait for Julie's next cue.
Hey, looking for Mom? Are you happy? Hey, baby. I love you. Hello.
Loud noises were still the hardest for him. Thunderstorms, fireworks, construction equipment, or anything sudden could frighten him. Instead of forcing him to face those situations, Julie created a routine. She'd quietly say, "Jack," loud noise. Without hesitation, he'd walk into his room, curl up in his favorite spot, and stay there until everything outside became quiet again.
You want a cookie? Okay.
Julie also worried that if Jack ever became scared outdoors, he might run in the wrong direction, so she taught him a special recall command. Instead of saying "come," she'd call "find Mom." Day after day, they practiced inside the house, in the yard, and everywhere they went. Eventually, no matter where Jack was, hearing those words always brought him straight back to her.
New chair. Watch your base. There you go. You found it. Hey. Good job.
"Find Mom," Julie would call. Seconds later, Jack would begin searching, using only her voice and his incredible sense of smell. Sometimes he'd accidentally stop behind her instead of in front, making Julie laugh. "Good boy," she'd say while giving him a hug. Even without sight, he never stopped trusting her. No one knows exactly how Jack became blind. Julie believes he probably wasn't born that way, but slowly lost his vision over time. Maybe it happened so gradually that he simply adapted. Whatever the reason, blindness never became his identity. Jack never focused on what he couldn't do. He simply enjoyed everything he still could. One of his favorite routines is something Julie calls Jack's Path. They always keep one route through the house completely clear, no shoes, no boxes, no chairs sticking out. The path belongs to Jack. Everyone in the family knows not to leave anything there. The moment Jack grabs one of his squeaky toys, the fun begins. He races down his path at full speed, circles through the house, then slides onto his favorite mat before squeaking the toy over and over again. Julie laughs every single time because she never expected a blind dog to love playing this much. He absolutely loves squeaky toys, Julie says. They're his favorite thing in the whole world. Watching him play reminds everyone that happiness doesn't depend on perfect eyesight. It comes from feeling safe enough to simply enjoy life. Anyone who visits their home quickly forgets Jack is blind. They notice his goofy personality first. He's funny, affectionate, and happiest when he's curled up beside someone on the couch. He loves cuddles, quiet evenings, and simply being close to the people he trusts most.
Come over here. Hi.
Julie admits raising a special needs dog isn't always easy. It requires extra patience, extra routines, and constant awareness of his surroundings. But she says the connection they've built is unlike anything she's ever experienced. The bond is just different, she says. It's hard to explain until you've lived it. Jack fills the house with laughter every single day, and to Julie, he'll always be the family's baby. Looking at Jack today, it's hard to believe he was once terrified of almost everything. Love didn't restore his eyesight, but it gave him something even more important, a world where he never has to face the darkness alone. Stories like Jack's remind us that a disability doesn't determine how much joy an animal can bring into a home. Sometimes all they need is one person willing to understand their world, and that single act of kindness can change 2 lives forever.